Strongholds of the Mind family, I just want to say what's up, and I hope that you guys are all staying safe, doing well, keeping your mental health in a good space. Listen, everyone knows that we are not able to meet in person, so that means Tuesday night's final class, week 6, will not be going on as planned, unfortunately. It's just going to be postponed for now. So we are going to still meet, to be determined when we will get back in person. But in the meantime, I just wanted to send you a quick message to let you know that I'm thinking about you guys, I'm praying with you, and we are thinking outside of the box in the ways that we can reach each other, the ways that we can get connected, the ways that we can continue our quest to lay down these strongholds of the mind. And so be plugged in, stay tuned, make sure you download the Bayside app because we'll have more information. And tomorrow night, Pastor Ephraim and I and a few others are going to have a roundtable discussion where we'll talk about what a blessing these classes have been the past 5 weeks and talk about how we will move forward in these uncertain times. Now, again, real quick, we've talked about for the past 5 weeks how these strongholds tend to make comebacks in times of uncertainty, in times of fear. Guess what? Those are the times that we're all living in right now. We also talked about solidarity, getting out of isolation and into community, speaking out with vulnerability against the shame that holds us back from talking about what it is that we're truly going through, what it is that we're truly struggling with, being the kryptonite to that shame, being a foundation of our faith in Jesus Christ. So, we have some odds stacked against us. There's lots of unknowns, and there's also a difficulty in us getting back together, so it can be easy in a time like this to fall back into isolation, to fall back into old patterns of thinking, to fall back into old idols. And I want to encourage all of us to stay in prayer and stay connected to one another. We have this amazing thing known as technology. It's the one advancement that we're going to lean on more than ever. Let's use Facebook, let's use Instagram, let's use text message threads, let's use TikTok, let's use whatever we got at our disposal to stay connected to one another and to stay praying for one another. And here's the other thing. We have spent week in and week out having real talk with one another. Let's not stop doing this in the midst of all of that. Sometimes we can hide behind a cloak of our religion and our faith, saying, no, I got this, I know God's got it. But you know what? A lot of us right now are feeling anxiety. We're feeling panic. We're feeling stress. Let's talk about that. Let's dialogue about that. Let's be honest about what we need from one another. Traditionally, what we've always found in tough times, societies band together. This is a time where we're going to see the best, not only of society, but specifically of the leadership that exists within the church. Leaders who are anchored to Christ. We were born for times like this. This is nothing when you look at the history of the Bible of what people have gone through. And that's not to minimize what this is for us. This is hard. This is stressful. This is trying. But we have a God that says He will see us through all of these times. There will be an end to this season of uncertainty. Anchor to God's truth. Anchor to one another. Continue to use the formula. And if you need a little quick refresher, you already know what it is. Lies plus fear from those unhealed trauma plus idols equals strongholds of the mind. And you know there's also a separate formula called the freedom formula. God's truth. How do we stand in that? We got to make sure that we stand in it by reading it daily. God's truth plus God's healing plus God the Father taking His place back on the throne. When we put Him back on the throne in our lives, when we stand on His truth, when we ask Him for healing, even in the midst of anxiety, even in the midst of panic and uncertainty, that's how we have freedom. And we take away the footing that the enemy tries to be opportunistic with, like times like this. Love you guys. Stay connected to me, The Dr. Mondo on Facebook, The Dr. Mondo on Instagram. I'll be doing lots of lives, lots of videos, lots of encouragement. Hope you guys are well. Stay in touch.